Good evening, Aaron Wilkinson here for New Zealand Storm Chasers. Well, we will soon look at the possibilities for the next 7 days ahead. The last 7 days we didn't have much happen really in the end. We did get a video sent in by Brucey Rains though. Bruce, he's just south of Timaru. I've met Bruce quite a few times. Very nice fella. Steve is going to put the footage up of a dramatic gust front moving through South Canterbury. Pretty cool. I can't remember which day it was, but pretty awesome looking footage. Thank you very much, Bruce. So, this evening, later this afternoon, this evening, we did have a cold front, trough, brush the far southeastern corner of the South Island. So, Dunedin, I believe you got a few heavy showers move through. There may have been a rumble of thunder in there. Moving along. Tomorrow, Friday, midday. Okay, we've got a southwesterly flow change moving up this eastern side right there. There is some cold upper air. It's moving through a little bit too early in the morning for northern North Canterbury, Marlborough there. So yes, while a few heavy showers may trigger, I think it's a bit early in the day for any thunderstorms to result because of that change. But the change does push up into Wairarapa, then Hawke's Bay and Gisborne. With that change moving through, we get cold upper air also. I'll show you some maps in a second showing you that cold upper air. This blue line sort of roughly shows where it is. But yes, there's that change moving through. So northern Wairarapa, Hawke's Bay, then Gisborne during the course of the afternoon as that change moves through. Yes, there could be thunderstorms, there could be some hail. So a bit of excitement weather. There is also a secondary pool of cold upper air. I'll show you that map in a second, but it sort of is down here somewhere, and it may influence a few heavy showers for the ranges of Nelson into the afternoon. We've got the general south to southwesterly airflow here. Winds come through Cook Strait, but they sort of hook around and come back in as a northerly into Tasman Bay there. So that northerly helps bring moisture levels up a touch. The converging winds and that cold upper air, it could influence something to happen. It's not a guarantee really, and I don't think the risk is terribly high, but you never know, something could happen. So let's look at our next map. We're about 5,500 metres up in the atmosphere. So there's our first pool of cold upper air there. It's sort of all connected into that band there. We've got the cold southerly change moving through. It's about negative 26 degrees Celsius, about 5,500 metres up. So that helps bring a chance of thunderstorms to Hawke's Bay, Gisborne during the afternoon. Yes, the cold air moves in here in the west also, sort of during the course of the morning, early afternoon, but we don't really have those converging winds like we do there in the east, or that southwesterly change if you like. So here is that second tongue of cold air moving through. It's a little bit like a Mexican wave. So the cold air floats over, the arms go up, but instead of arms, it is clouds. So the cold air is there. Let's scoot along 3 hours. Moves up like that. So it brings a bit of cold air. The main bulk of the cold air is down here to the southeast, but it does extend a bit of cold air into the upper South Island, around about negative 25, negative 26 degrees Celsius, 5,500 metres up in the atmosphere. The critical factor here being are those winds converging in the ranges of Nelson. Once again, it may not really produce anything. I don't think the risk is terribly high. I just see like a hint of a possibility there. Okay, let's move to our next chance this weekend. This weekend's looking quite dramatic. A lot of strong northwesterly airflows moving in, and yes, we've got fronts moving through also. So this is Saturday evening at 9 p.m. We've got a front right there. So Fiordland, southwestland, as that front moves through, yes, heavy rain, a chance of some thunder. Okay, Sunday. The next day. Another front right there. Once again, Fiordland, southwestland, heavy falls as that front moves through, and yes, perhaps a chance of thunder. Also, the further the fronts sort of move northwards, they lose a bit of strength. They haven't got as much upper air support in terms of cold upper air. So yeah, as the fronts moves northwards, that thunder risk lessens. Now, Southland. Later on Sunday and then through much of Monday till about Monday evening, there's going to be a lot of very cold upper air down there. I believe it's around negative 28, negative 30 degrees Celsius, about 5,500 metres up in the atmosphere. So that could trigger a few storms down here. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the timings of when storms could occur. Generally during the afternoons helps a little bit because you've got a bit of warming at the surface. But yeah, let's just say Later on Sunday and through into Monday, Southland, you could get something. There is the map for Monday. I've included that also. But yeah, Southland, westerly winds, could be something there. Overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, there is a slim possibility a front pushes in from the Tasman. Southwestland, Fiordland, could get something then. I don't think the risk is that great, but it is there. Let's move to our next possibility. Thursday, a very vigorous front right there, pushing it northwards over the South Island. There's a lot of advection here. Advection meaning a lot of cold air sort of pushing into warm air quite rapidly. A very strong northwesterly airflow ahead of that front. Very heavy rain for the west coast. Yes, there does look to be a chance of thunderstorms. It is a week away though, so anything I say now may or may not eventuate, but we'll just go with what we've got. Southland, Otago, southerly winds coming in down here. A bit of rain, you never know, there could be a bit of instability also. That front there, the rain's actually spilling over into this eastern side. We don't see that too much with sort of fronts moving up the west coast. You know, maybe in Christchurch you might get a few spits at times, like coming out of high cloud, but that rain there looks a little bit more intense. So you never know, there could be some thunder in the foothills for Canterbury as that front moves northwards. Rightio, okay, that's about all I'm going to say tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video. That would be appreciated. I'm going to say that word appreciated a dozen bloody times. Share it and subscribe to the channel. Okay, that's all from me. We'll catch you again Thursday next week.
Severe thunderstorm, large hail, blizzard forecast. Storm moving northwards on the Canterbury Plains towards Ashby.